If you're not over your ex, you probably wonder if they feel the same way. And while it's not always easy to tell, I'm going to share with you a few signs that your ex is starting to get over you, and I'll tell you what you can do about it. I'm, of course, Brad Browning, author of The X Factor and Mend the Marriage. I like to help people get their exes back, and I've been doing so here on YouTube for over a decade now. So if you're looking for a second chance with your ex, you've come to the right place. Now, let's get into it. But I will say first, that these signs do not mean that your ex is over you completely, just that they're on their way to getting there. So, don't despair here. You may still have a chance to get them back, but definitely don't delay either, because the longer you wait after this point, the harder it's going to be to make it happen. Now, later on in this video, I'll explain what you can do to interrupt this process and get your ex to start thinking about you again. For now, let's dive into sign number 1 that they're getting over you, which is they deleted photos. So if you and your ex just broke up and they've already deleted all of the photos of you on social media, then this is actually a good sign. An ex will do this in order to hurt and shock you. They want to get back at you for something that you did to them, or they're simply using this as an outlet for how upset they're feeling. Are they angry at you? Well, probably, definitely, but this doesn't necessarily mean they're over you. In fact, it's the exact opposite. It means that they're still invested in the relationship. But if it's been, longer than a few weeks after the breakup, and you go to your ex's Instagram and you're nowhere to be found, well, this is a sign that they are starting to move on after the breakup. Now, an ex will do this for a few reasons. Hopefully, they just want to forget about the relationship and not be reminded of you anymore, hopefully. But another possibility is that they're out trying to date again and they don't want, people to think that they're still in a relationship. This can be a hard one to face, but it is a very real possibility. Now, the silver lining here is that, that means that they've recovered from the breakup, and so now is probably the time for you to reach out to them and try reconnecting. Now, sign number 2, they don't reply to your messages with interest. So it is normal for your ex to take a while to respond to your messages after a breakup. They're afraid to stay too connected with you because obviously they're trying to move on. But this is something else entirely. It's about how do they respond when they do respond to you. Does it feel, like you're talking to a wall? Are they giving you, nothing and failing to keep the conversation going? Well, if so, this is a pretty solid sign that they have started to move on. But again, this will depend on your particular ex, because, some people will act this way after a breakup to send a message to leave them alone. But in this case, this doesn't mean that they have begun moving on. It just means that they want space from you. It's when your ex is, genuinely disinterested in talking to you that you really want to start worrying. Because, no one is going to want to date somebody that they just aren't interested in. It's much better for things to be messy and even toxic than it is to be, ice cold. This is unfortunately a terrible sign for your chances of getting them back. But, don't give up just yet. The best thing you can do right now is back off and rethink the kinds of things that you're sending them. Talking to them like you did when you were still together is probably not going to work. Remember, you two aren't together, so pretending like you are is going to make your ex feel, weird. So instead, focus on making them laugh and being, friendly and upbeat. And don't overstay your welcome here, right? Texting is a tool. So think of what you're trying to achieve with each message. Are you trying to make your ex laugh, remind them of a shared memory, set up a meeting or a phone call? Just get what you came for and get out. And always leave them wanting more. All right, now on to sign number 3, they're dating again. Now, most people take some time off dating right after a breakup. This allows them time to process what happened, recalibrate their lives, and, sort of grieve the relationship. But after this period, then they're going to start to think about dating again. And once they've begun meeting people, making connections, going on dates, then they're well into the process of starting to move on. But there are 2 things to consider here. If you know that your ex hasn't fully processed the breakup, say it's only been a couple of weeks since it happened, or they keep messaging you late at night and telling you they miss you, then the fact that they're dating again can actually be a good sign for you. Because in this case, you know that they're lonely and that they're using dating to hide from their feelings. And this kind of desperation can actually work to your advantage and help you get them back. Another factor is, how bad modern dating can be. Dating today can be, really alienating. It can be sad and dispiriting. So maybe they don't get any matches on the apps. Maybe the people they do meet, turn out to be boring. Or maybe they just keep running into people who only want to hook up. I'm sure I don't have to tell you how hard it can be to find some true love these days. Sometimes a few weeks on the apps is enough to make your ex come running back to you. Now, if that doesn't happen, then your best move is to start dating again yourself. Your ex isn't going to be expecting this, and surprising your ex is always a good thing. And on top of that, it's going to make your ex feel jealous. On some level, they want you to stay stuck on them while they move on and find a happy new life. This is the most comfortable narrative for people after a breakup. But when you start to move on as well, it can make them feel, scared and lonely. It can even make them reach out to you and try to reconnect so that they don't have to see you with somebody else new. Sign number 4, is they're no longer angry at you. So if your ex is angry at you, obviously it can make reconnecting with them difficult. But the truth is, I'd much rather your ex be angry at you than feel nothing towards you. Because anger, like I said earlier, is a sign of investment in the relationship and in you. I mean, it's negative, sure, but it could definitely be worse. So really, you need to look at the reason for the anger. If they really have no good reason to be angry at you, like maybe they're just mad to see you dating again, or they just, call you up to pick a fight for no reason, this is the best case scenario. It means that they're probably struggling to process the breakup. They are, upset that things didn't work out, and they don't know how to deal with that, so they're turning it into anger directed at you. Now, obviously, if you did something legitimately cruel to them, then this anger is obviously less of a good sign, but it does still mean that they care. Again, it's when they stop being angry at you that you should start to worry. Sign number 5, you scored less than 70 on my free quiz. Obviously, it can be difficult to figure out, how your ex feels without getting some feedback from you directly. So that's why I created my free quiz over at breakupbrad.com/quiz. So go there after the video, answer the questions, and you'll get a detailed results report that answers the question, can I get my ex back? It's going to tell you the likelihood that you will get that second chance, and it'll tell you what to do today to maximize your chances. Again, you can take that quiz for free at breakupbrad.com/quiz. And sign number 6, they've changed their life in a significant way. So after a breakup, people will try to get away from their old life and to create a new, better one. If you followed any of my advice, then you should probably be doing the same thing. Now, usually these efforts will be pretty minimal. Maybe they run a marathon, get a haircut, take a guitar lesson. But when your ex makes a big change a while after the breakup, then this is often a sign of them getting over you. Worse, it's a sign that they're getting over the person they were when the two of you were together. So not only are they moving away from you, since they're changing who they are, it's going to be harder for you to reconnect with them and fit back into their life, since their life is going to be so different. Now, these changes include, things like moving a significant distance away, making a big career change, quitting drinking, going back to school, losing 100 pounds, that kind of thing. So if you're still keeping tabs on your ex, then you'll know if they've been through something big like this, and you should also know that it is probably going to hurt your chances with them. Sign number 7, they no longer check your social media. Now, this is a small one, but it's definitely a strong indicator that your ex is probably starting to move on. It's pretty normal to check your ex's social media posts after a breakup. You won't always know whether or not they're doing this, except on the apps that show you who's viewed your stories or your posts. But basically, if they used to check it immediately, and then it takes them a couple hours, then a day, and finally you see that they're not checking in with what you've been doing at all, well, that's when you start to, maybe be in trouble. You're essentially just, sort of watching your ex get over you in real time. The best thing you can do here is actually just to improve the quality of your posts. I always tell people it's better to post nothing than something boring or repetitive. Social media is all about attracting eyeballs, and you're competing with people who do this stuff for a living. So make sure that the things you post are at least interesting to those who follow you, and especially to your ex. I think of it like this. If people follow you, it's because they like you, so posting a lot of pictures of yourself is ideal. You're giving the people what they want. That can be selfies, group shots, pro photos, whatever. The important thing is to include yourself so that your ex sees you and misses you. And you should also include other posts that, show what you've been up to and how exciting and fun your life is. This is going to get your ex more interested in keeping tabs on you moving forward. And sign number 8, you have a feeling they're moving on. Now, it's really important not to underestimate intuition here. I'm sure you're watching this video because you do probably get the sense that your ex may be starting to get over you. You may not have, a single clear indicator, just a gut feeling. And this probably isn't just your imagination. You're responding to a million subconscious cues. Something they said during the breakup, their body language the last time you saw them, tone of voice on the phone. It all adds up to the feeling you're now feeling. What can you do if you think that your ex is getting over you? Well, remember, I said that getting over you isn't the same as being over you. This is a process that all exes go through after a breakup, and it's something that you can't stop, no matter how much you want to. But what you can do is begin the process of reconnecting with them. So first off, you need to reevaluate your relationship with your ex. Are you still talking all the time and hanging out? Are you begging and pleading them to take you back? Maybe being overly nice, giving them gifts, doing favors? All of these kinds of things need to stop. You need to look at getting your ex back as a project. I know that right now your feelings are pretty raw and they're making you do things that you otherwise wouldn't. In some moments, you're angry at your ex and you want to lash out at them for hurting you. Whereas in others, you're dead set on doing what you have to do to get them back. And in others still, you just want to be close to them and you'll take what you can get. But this is the time to focus. So make the decision to reconnect with your ex and make it your only priority. So don't let your feelings, drag you down roads that lead away from your ex. Don't be too eager or it's going to reach your ex as desperation. You really need to play the long game. So make a plan and really stick to it. If you don't know where to start, I can help you with that. Just go to breakupbrad.com right now and check out my full free tutorial video. It'll explain for you all the next steps you need to take to get your ex back based on your specific situation. Again, you can watch that for free right now at breakupbrad.com. And that just about does it for today's video. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, guys. And while you're here, please like the video and subscribe. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it helps me out a lot more than you know. And please, of course, let me know in the comments if you think your ex is getting over you. I'd love to hear from you and talk about it. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.